The phone rang while I was on overwatch. Night scope pressed against my eye, desert air biting, mission in motion. The voice on the other end wasn't command. It was the hospital. We're treating your daughter for 3 broken ribs and a concussion. My heart didn't race, it froze. Then her voice, small, cracked. Dad, Mom's new boyfriend did this. He wanted me to lick his shoes. When I refused, her sob dissolved into static. I didn't blink, I didn't breathe. My commanding officer ripped the phone from my hand, listened. His jaw tightened. Your mission is scrubbed. The Black Hawk is yours. Orders, permission, escape. The rifle in my hands felt weightless now. The war wasn't in this desert, it was back home. I touched down at dawn, the rotor wash still burning on my skin when I reached the hospital. She lay in bed, fragile, bruised. Her eyes found mine and tried to stay strong, but the truth spilled anyway. He hurts me when Mom isn't looking. She knows. She doesn't stop him. Her words gutted me deeper than any bullet. My wife arrived minutes later, carrying false concern like perfume. She kissed my cheek too fast, hugged me too lightly. Her excuses flowed before I could even ask. He's good with her. He's just strict. Maybe she exaggerated. Exaggerated? The bones told otherwise. I watched her hands shake when she adjusted the blanket. Guilt radiated off her in waves, though she tried to bury it beneath practiced calm. Infidelity I could have imagined, but betrayal against my daughter, our daughter, was a crime written in blood. I didn't rage, not yet. I carried silence like a loaded weapon. I started with her phone. She guarded it too well, too often face down. Cloned the texts. His name wasn't hidden. Daniel. Messages laced with intimacy, coded jokes, plans to meet while I was deployed. My absence had been her playground. The dates lined up too perfectly with my missions. Every time I bled for country, she was in his bed. But the worst wasn't her betrayal, it was her complicity. Screenshots showed her replies when my daughter begged for help. Stop being dramatic, don't make him angry. She knew, and she chose him. I investigated Daniel next. Public records, employment history, criminal traces buried beneath sealed documents. Violence, restraining orders that never made it to trial. I followed them once, quietly, shadow to their daylight. Saw her hand in his. Saw her smile in ways she never smiled for me. Inside me, something snapped. Not wild, not chaotic. It broke clean, like bone. And with that break came clarity. The Black Hawk hadn't flown me home. It had flown me into enemy territory. The proof stacked high. Texts, calls, surveillance. But the final nail came from my daughter herself. A hidden audio file on her phone. She had recorded him. His threats. His commands. His voice pushing her to the floor, demanding obedience like an animal. I listened once. That was enough. That evening, I placed everything in a folder on the kitchen table. DNA test, too, because doubt still lingered, poisonous and quiet. The result confirmed what I feared. She wasn't his victim, she was his shield. Our daughter was mine, but her loyalty wasn't. She had handed the child over to him as offering. When she came home, I didn't speak. I only slid the folder toward her. Her hands trembled as she opened it. Her face went white, lips moving without sound. Then, sobbing, pleading, "It's not what you think." I stayed silent, calm. The silence became a mirror, forcing her to see herself. Her collapse was the reveal. The evidence only confirmed it. I didn't call the police immediately. That would have been too merciful. Instead, I invited her to sit. She obeyed like a child before judgment. I played the audio of my daughter's voice, her begging, his cruelty. I watched my wife's face break apart, every feature folding under shame. Did you enjoy it? I asked, voice steady. Watching her suffer so he'd keep you? She couldn't answer. Tears drowned her words. That silence was enough. I stood, collected my daughter's bag, looked down at the woman I had once trusted more than life itself. "You're already dead to me," I said quietly. "But I'll let the law decide how long it takes the world to catch up." I left her there, with the folder, with her guilt, with the echo of her own destruction. By morning, the police had everything. Evidence delivered anonymously. Her face would be on the news soon. His too. I didn't watch. I didn't need to. My daughter slept in the next room, safe for the first time in years. She would heal. Slowly. Scars always stay, but scars are proof of survival. As for me, there was no rage left, only cold clarity. The battlefield had shifted. Enemies weren't in deserts or caves. They were closer, in my own bed, wearing familiar skin. But betrayal is its own executioner, and she had already carved her sentence. I didn't bury her with bullets or blades. I buried her with truth and left her to choke on it alone.